Alright, well it's been a little bit of a while since I played with this deck, so alright, hey, what's going on? It's Ben here bringing to you an Aggro Magmar, and I just mentioned before that it's been a little bit while since I played with this particular deck, just because, you know, there's a lot of different Magmars to play around with, so let's get rid of one of the Healing Mystics because they're a little bit more situational than other cards in my deck. Otherwise, I'm just going with the excellent turn 1 play with Flash Sister and Healing Mystic, so it's at full health. Woo! And that is why I include Healing Mystics in this deck. Generally, Healing Mystic is not a great card to include in aggro decks because, you know, you don't really want to be healing damage, you want to be dealing the damage. But in the case of aggro Magmar, you have the Flash Reincarnations, and sometimes gain off the heal pretty much gives you a good target for at least 2 of the Healing Mystics. Since Taygete is pretty much the only proactive play on the board, but typically you have this 4-drop that you want to drop on turn 1 with the Flash Reincarnation, and you have a Healing Mystic to follow up with, is pretty good. I used to do that with Veteran Slithers, but Earth Sister Taygete is so much better, especially since it's just so insane. I'm sure I don't need to tell you guys this because Earth Sister's been around for a while. Otherwise, with this hand, it definitely seems like I'm going to get rid of the... Oh, actually I'm not going to remove the Imperial Shroud because it's actually pretty useful here. Aspect of the Fox. See, that's why Earth Sister is so good. He used pretty much like a couple of mana to get rid of one thing. I do want to get rid of this Sojina. Maybe I'll get rid of the Elucidator. Although it's pretty good as a next turn play as well. So I think I might just keep this entire hand, right? Because I'm going to be dropping the Imperial Shroud and the Young Flizza. I guess I can just start piling on damage. I've got to be aware of a particular card called Warbird, which kind of makes this a little bit more difficult. That means I don't want my general to go up here. I want him to just come down to this corner so I can hit the Sojina. And I will go with that unusual play, even though I do want to put my Magmar general in a more relevant position. But, you know, sometimes you gotta deal with what you got. So this is what I got. Well, the Imperial Shroud is pretty huge, so I'm pretty happy about that. Unfortunately, he's going to get pretty good trades with his minions, but I guess the hope is that it doesn't really do much for him. Maybe the Elucidator and my Bloodborne spell can allow me to outrace him, but I think this is already a tough situation. Because I didn't get as much out of my Earth Sister as I wanted to. So pretty much use the Aspect of the Fox to get rid of 2 health. Which means I play down a 2 mana 3/3, which is pretty excellent. I think I would play a 2 mana 3/3, wouldn't you? I might actually just use the Blood Tear Alchemist to get rid of that Healing Mystic. How does he have so many Healing Mystics? I think the Blood Tear Alchemist is still the best tempo play. But I think there's some merit to also using the Overload here. I guess I'll get rid of the Blood Tear Alchemist. I'd rather have a proactive play next turn. Maybe like a War Beast, but unfortunately I did not get that. But I'm going to have to... Well, I'm going to have to go with the play that I was given. So this is going to be the action I'm taking. See, it's kind of tough. I already ran out of cards and there isn't really much in the sense of follow-ups. Dire Frenzy. Probably the one I'm going to replace next turn. Hopefully he drops some sort of big 5-drop. Although as the Fae character, he probably doesn't have any. Because he... I mean, I guess there's a possibility that he runs Grincher, but I wouldn't be so sure of that. Ooh. Dancing Blades. Well, I will get rid of that. Ah, it's going for the race. Alright, well, it's 2 cards versus 2 cards-ish. The Repulsor Beast doesn't really count as a card, it's just getting rid of that Dancing Blades business. But I'm going to drop both of these guys. Hopefully I can get some more proactive dudes. Woo, this is tense. Saber Spine Tiger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm a little bit short. I can't really get anything else that will help me. So I think I'm just going to hold on to the Saber Spine Tiger, aren't I? Grincha. Oh, that's not good. Not good at all. I really need a War Beast here. I can't really win with that Saber Spine Tiger. I'm one off! I guess I have to take out the Snow Chaser then. How unfortunate. Oh, it's coming down to this. Woo! Alright, let's see if he has lethal. He only needs 3 damage, so it's not big of a deal. If I had the War Beast earlier, then I would have won pretty much, guaranteed, because I could have gotten rid of the Gringer and everything. But yeah, 3 damage. Not too hard for Vanna. Heart Sister for the 4 damage. Alright, my man. Alright, my man. Can't concede from that. Have to take damage. Well, I guess that was mildly unlucky for him. Alright, so let's get rid of Elucidator. Although I might want to keep him for Blood Moon Priestess. Although Blood Moon Priestess is not coming next turn, guaranteed. Well, it's not guaranteed. He could have a... Ooh, that's interesting. He could have like a Darkfire Sacrifice or something. But otherwise, I think I'm pretty good here. I can just drop these 2 drops. He can get another Mana Spring easily. So he's going to have to drop 2 drops next turn at the best. If he had a 1-drop, that would have been pretty sweet. But people don't really run 1-drops apart from Vannar. And Blood to Alchemist, probably not that helpful last turn. Oh man, the Dire Tide Frenzy is so good against Swarm Vision, especially since Swarm Vision typically doesn't have really that great of early game. Blood to Alchemist, they pretty much can compensate with stuff like Maw and other cards, but that usually doesn't really happen. Usually people run just, oh my gosh, wow, business going on. Oh, this guy's not making it easy. Alright, well, I'll get rid of the Greater Fortitude because that is the most situational card. Oh, I could drop these two guys. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. Although I'm going to run out of cards immediately, so I have to win pretty quickly. Oh, that is the wrong play. Well, that stinks. That means he can take out the Primus Fist pretty easily. Oh, that's a huge mistake. Definitely should have put down the Sunsteel Defender, not the Primus Fist there, but I think I'm alright. Daltus. Alright, I guess the Dire Tide Frenzy is not going to be doing too much for me now. At this point, I'm going to be leveraging the Sunsteel Defender as much as I can, because if he's unable to deal with the Sunsteel Defender, then I win. And lucky me, I've got the Imperial Shroud for this Daltus. Which means I can take it out presto! Hopefully I get War Beast. Maybe I should actually include some card draw in this deck. Somehow I'm actually running out of cards really quickly. I guess I shouldn't have gotten rid of that Elucidator, but I did manage to get a good curve up until turn 3, so if I'm ahead at this point, usually it's hard for opponents to come back unless he has some kind of large removal. Reaper of the Nine Moons. That could be terrible. Should I take a risk of taking out the Reaper of the Nine Moons? I guess I can lose to a War Beast here. Chances are he's going to attack into there anyway. Although I guess there's also a chance he could just win if he gets kind of like a... But let's just use a clause here and attack into the general. This sets up for lethal anyway, so this is good. Sunsteel Defender is not going to be doing much for me though. Also, 2 Shadow Reflections would suck, but it's a little bit unlikely. He has 4 cards, 2 Shadow Reflections. Let's not hope that runs that. And I don't think too many people actually run 2 Shadow Reflections. Alright, now Crystal Cloaker is not a happy guy. I actually might want to keep these 3 cards because they're pretty good as a combo, but the Dire Tide Frenzy is definitely the most situational in this case, so I will get rid of that first. But I think I'm not going to change my plan from the Young Slither and the Shiro Puppydragon. It's actually pretty much safe to put Puppydragon up on this corner. Actually, there isn't really a way for him to access him because he can't like come over here, smack, and then put his general on this spot because this board space is a little bit too crowded. So it's safe to put this guy over here. Pretty much the middle one's actually a lot more vulnerable to some kind of removal. Yeah, like this. This definitely does make me want to have that Dire Frenzy though. Oh no, it's going to go for damage. Oh, that'll be fine with me. Oh. Well, that's a more interesting play, I guess. I will keep this hand though. Yeah, I can just get rid of this Crystal Cloaker, no problem. And these cards in my hand are pretty good. I don't really have a better follow-up that I would want, because having an Earth Sister and an Earth Sister on the following turn is more than I can hope for. And these are pretty good situational cards. I guess I could get rid of the Greater Fortitude, but it's pretty good with the Saber Spine Tiger, so I'm going to keep him hanging around. Also good with the Taygete. Pretty much anything that works as a buff. Taygete's always good, and even better when you can keep him around longer than he's supposed to. What's this? Daltas? Oh, that's actually really painful. Oh no. Oh no. I guess since I already have a board, I don't really need Saber Spine Tiger. I'll get rid of that then. Sunstone Defender is not bad. I guess I can start just piling damage. Ugh. This trades evenly, but let's see what's going down first. I will drop the Taygete, I think. Yeah, the Taygete's more painful for him to deal with anyway, so might as well. I guess I'll drop in front of him. Want him to move backwards at least. I can definitely get rid of that Tombstone next turn, so it's not really big of a problem. Oh, Imperial Shot, a little bit late, but if he has another Daltas, I'll be very appreciative. Ah, Primus Fist. It's going to pile on damage on Taygete? Probably not. I'd be pretty surprised. Unless he has like a Cryogenesis, although that would be a mistake, because that means he's going to lose the Tombstone. Ah, suit yourself, I guess. Misplay! I'm not complaining though. If he misplays, I'm totally fine with that. In this case, I'll get rid of the Greater Fortitude. War Beast! Nah, but I want to play out my slower cards first, so I will play the Imperial Shroud just to get rid of this Primus Fist. I think I'm pretty set. I can just develop this Sunsteel Defender. I can probably do quite a bit with this hand, yeah. At this point, I'm ahead by enough that I don't really need to worry that much about Kinetic Surge. Actually, that's not true. A couple of mods can really put things in a pickle. I feel pretty good about this, though. I definitely feel pretty good. Good thing he made a mistake about removing the Taygete. Oh, no, that's really bad. But at least he's not going to be developing anything too big. At least that's an assumption. Hopefully not Daltas. Yeah, 3-drop is no problem. Sojourner or something. Spelljammer. Oh, that's great! I want Spelljammer, yeah. Yeah, that's great. Spelljammer is really good. For me. Because I need more cards, apparently. And he's willing to give them to me. But I guess I'll get rid of the War Beast, since he's willing to give me cards. Ooh, Claws! Probably safe for me to just put a Young Slither and develop a Claws here. Because the Primus Fist is a little bit faster, and I don't think he'll be able to remove both guys anyway, so, you know, just pile on the damage. Oh, yeah. Pile on that damage. Whoop, whoop. Sets up for a pretty good lethal next turn. Oh yeah. Although these cards are all only good if I have something on the board, so if he has a Maw, then I'm in a lot of trouble. Ugh. Rust Crawler, wow, that's pretty bold, my man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 4 is very close, but not quite it. What is going on here? I could clear this board, right? Although I do want the card draw, so I don't necessarily want to do that. I guess I can keep a Spelljammer around. No harm in that, right? Rust Crawler, that's hilarious. That's hilarious, my man. This guy's running a lot of card draw for some reason. Unfortunately, I'm not really developing anything on relevant positions, but I think I'm I'm close enough to lethal that I don't really need to develop things on relevant positions. And the Spelljammer's giving me card draw, so maybe I'll get something good. None of these are good cards, unfortunately. Also, he's going to have to sack the Spelljammer into my general if he wants anything done. So unfortunately, the card draw engine is probably going to end here. Unless he's going to go for the value trades, which is probably recommended. Well, he's getting some big dudes around here. Oh yeah, he's going to go for the block, huh? No, it doesn't make sense because he's just letting me use my Young Slither to block him off. I would recommend that he just attack in and let his Spelljammer perish, because giving me the extra cards is not going to help him. Although he's getting a lot of value off of that Bloodborne spell, I have to say. He's actually considering moving it down. That's kind of odd to me. Oh, he has a Bloodtear Alchemist. Well, that sucks. Hearth Sister. Oh, that's very odd. I guess, yeah, if he leaves the egg there, that's good. No, he attacked. No one wants to leave the egg around. So, I guess this is kind of my last chance. I'm probably going to lose if I don't get a piece of damage here. There's not really much I can do, I guess. So, I guess I'm just going to have to block off as much as possible. So, hopefully I don't get any more damage. I just need to survive the turn, and if he doesn't have a way to block me, then I can deal lethal damage next turn, probably. It could have been. Healing Mystic, that might give me a turn. I think it's unlikely that he has lethal. Well, I guess, you know, a couple of Saber-Spine Tigers would do the trick. He's got a lot of activations off that Connect Surge, so it's not too unlikely. Although he can't attack with this General, so that's something on my side. Cryogenesis. Looks like he's digging. No, I guess he has lethal, yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, now he just needs Saber-Spine Tiger. I guess I would have won if I had the Primus Fist. Nah, probably not. That took a long time to select his opening hand, so I'm not really sure if he's playing, but it looks like he's back in the game, so welcome back to the game. Ugh, Healing Mystic. Alright, let's get rid of that flash. Probably not going to be that useful around here today. Imperial Shroud, I might want to keep that for some action against what? Not really sure. Maybe I could have developed a Puppydragon and the Saber-Spine Tiger, but I think the game plan here is just to develop the Saber-Spine Tiger. You know, if he sets it up, that means he really wants that Mana Spring, so I'm not going to let him have it. And I'm ahead by quite a bit, so I don't think I feel the need to worry just yet. I will keep the Imperial Shroud for any Lantern Foxes, and then probably get rid of one of the Bloodtear Alchemists. It's a little bit too much. One is pretty much good enough for a swing by getting rid of his Bloodborne spell on the following turn. Otherwise, I think I'm in a pretty good position. I just need to pick up some heavier cards. I've actually been experiencing a lot of lightness in my hands, pretty much. I guess because I made a change. Instead, I switched two of my cards, like 2 of the 4 drops for 2 of the Imperial Shrouds, so maybe it isn't really a good choice. In fact, maybe it's preferable to actually, you know, have good cards. Alright, let's get rid of the Bloodtear Alchemist. Yeah, maybe the Dispel's not really good unless it's, you know, Songhai, which I am playing right now, so I guess there is some merit to it right now. However, typically not really. No. Typically there isn't really much merit for that. But otherwise, you know, I have a good situation going on right now, so I'm not going to complain. I could just use a Bloodtear Alchemist and, you know, get rid of the Blood Rage Mask. I think that will be the safer play, even though I do want to use my Overload. I may as well put on the extra damage, you know. I guess in this case, I have to consider that Aggro Magmar doesn't really want to run Dispels, because the Dispels aren't very useful. Because Dispels are pretty much a value play, not really so much of a tempo play, so yeah, this deck probably prefers to have more 4-drops. In the Zoo Magmar, I can probably include more tech cards because I'm recycling through my deck faster with the cards draw. But in aggro, maybe not so great. Oh, hopefully it does not hit the Sun Steel. Actually, that's alright, I guess. As long as he's unable to remove that. Hopefully not Phoenix Fire. Although, yeah, I guess if he doesn't use a Phoenix Fire, then he's not developing anything. But it's still pretty painful, I'd say. Oh, that's not good. Hopefully no... Yeah, so at least he takes the 5 damage. That is good. I will get rid of the Healing Mystic because it's too slow of an effect right now. Primus Fist! I like that a lot more. I'll just pile on the damage because these guys aren't that much of a threat. Puppydragon? I will attack with a Blood Tier Alchemist because, you know, it's going to die to the Heartseeker anyway. He's going to need some healing if he wants to get back in the game. But otherwise, I have lethal set up, so I feel pretty good about this situation. Turns out Inferior Shroud was okay by removing the, I don't know, the buff on the Chakra Avatar. Who knows what would have went down if I did not get the Dispel off of it. I need to be more aware of putting down heavier cards. I've pretty much been going for the tempo plays by dropping 2 cards per turn. And I've just been concentrating on like filling out my mana curve nicely. However, that might not be the case because you'd rather have more sustained mana because tempo is really not that important. Well, it is quite important. But after turn 1 it's probably not too important. I'll be Sage. Not good enough, my man. Not good enough. He also didn't really protect himself. He probably should have moved over here. He's just dead to the board, right? Yes, he is. He's just dead to board. I wasn't really sure what went down, but I guess he played too quickly. Yeah, because it seems like he had a way to at least survive the turn, but he didn't. I don't know, my man. Alright, hey, welcome to the end of the video. That was Aggro Magmar. It's been a while since I played with the deck, because, you know, there's a lot of other fun Magmar decks to play with, but otherwise I thought that was pretty fun. Unfortunately, I did run out of cards a little bit too quickly, so maybe changing the 4 drops for the Inferior Shrouds, maybe not the best choice. Maybe it's more important to keep having the 4 drops so you can have sustained cards without running card draw. Although the Inferior Shroud turned out to be a good pickup on the Songhai matches. Unless you're seeing a lot of Songhais, you probably don't need to put up an Inferior Shroud. But otherwise, if you want to check out some more Duelyst action, be sure to put the Flash Reincarnation here on the left. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, be sure to play Atlas Saber Spine Tiger to the right. Fortunately, it dies, but otherwise, I'll put a Greater Fortitude here on the egg, smack the Lion our General, and then I'll see ya!